Hi, this is 365801 and this is my manga haul video for the month of April 2021. Hi guys and welcome to another manga haul video. Oh my god, are you in for a treat? Well, I should say, am I in for a treat? Yes, I am so over the moon. I know I said that I got some really good ones last month, and I certainly did. Last month's manga haul was really excellent, but this month, oh boy, I'm so excited. It is amazing. It's just incredible. The amount that I got is obviously more than 7. You can see for yourself. The stack is there. It's much more so, at least double. But I am actually incredibly excited about pretty much everything that I got. So in terms of what I got, it's all very different. So there's no like huge big, like one huge big series or anything. It is a bit of prose, so there's some yaoi novels, there's some out of print stuff, there's some older stuff, there's some newer stuff. It's a really great mix. There's things that add to my collection, there are things that complete sets within my collection, there are things that now start new series in my collection that I now need to collect. There is a bit of everything. It's a real mix, a mishmash of the types of things that I'm collecting. All BL, of course, and I'm just so excited to show you. There are some absolutely stunning things. Some of the things you've already seen already, if you've been following any of my other videos, but this month is so good, guys. It's just so good. Let's just get into it. Now, the first one I am going to show you is one that I've already done a sort of mini manga haul video for, so I'll put a link to that up in the corner, and that is Close the Last Door Volume 2 by Yugi Yamada. This is a Jun manga title that was published in 2010, and one that I was able to pick up for the absolutely amazing bargain price of £10. And I think it was like £3 shipping, so £13, which is pretty much recommended retail price. I cannot believe it. This is such good quality, and I'm just so over the moon. I'm so overjoyed, which you could probably tell from the video that I made. But oh my god, I'm so happy. It completes my Yugi Yamada collection. It's a completion. It's like a huge milestone for me to be able to be like, I've got ya. It's a bit like getting all of M's work. She's only got 4 titles though, and I was able to get them and I felt really good about it. But Yamada Yugi, I have an absolute love for. I'm like being able to talk to her over Twitter. She said thanks for buying my stuff. Like, and I was like, yes, thank you. Like, that's cool, girl. I love this so much. To be able to enjoy this, and I had to read it. I knew I had to read it to be able to enjoy it. I watched the OVA, which I think takes up some or all of the first volume, but I wasn't able to reread the first volume due to the fact that it's in my other collection. But it gave me a good grounding. It reintroduced me to Nagai and Honda, and of course Saito as well, and just the shenanigans. And I absolutely loved the introduction of the other characters from some of her other works, the other Honda brothers. It's just such a great story. The writing's so tight and neat, and in the second volume their relationship is a lot more established, but there's still, you know, teething problems. Not problems so much, it's just hurdles to get over. I love them so much. I love these characters and I love her work. I cannot get enough of Yamada Yugi's work. So to be able to have everything she's published in English in my collection is it's like a really big deal to me. So in love with Close the Last Door, and so in love with the fact that I was able to get it for such a good price. I'm very grateful to the seller who sold it to me, or just was selling it in general for that price. That was really nice of them. So yeah, I'm over the moon. Now, talking about the seller, they also had something else for sale, and I was really surprised. It was A Fallen Saint's Kiss by Yaoi Higashino, and it was for, I think it was like £12, or £9, that's right, £9 and then some shipping. £9, and I was like, oh, buy! And then before I realised it, it was like, oh, wait a minute, didn't you buy this? I was so over the moon. I had like brain freeze and forgot that I bought it, that I already got it in my collection. I was like, oh, but I must have this. And so, yeah, I ended up buying a second copy accidentally. I do have 2 copies now, but it is a very rare one. So I will have to sell it on so that someone else can get it for a good price. But oh my goodness, I'll keep it in my wee collection for a wee while just to look at it and go, oh, nice. Just because it's so hard to find, and I totally forgot that I'd actually managed to get it. So it is one that is very sexual. I think it'll be in like a quick and easy throwaway type of story. It is by 801 Media, which of course is just part of DMP, and it's published from August 2011. So yeah, it's another one that I couldn't believe that was on sale, and I just bought it, but I'd forgotten that I'd actually already got it. So yeah, I haven't actually read it yet, so I will have to read it at some point. So yeah, A Fallen Saint's Kiss by Yaoi Higashino. Happy to have it in my collection. Now the next one you can see is Jealousy. This is volume 3, and that is Scarlett Beriko's work. This is a Sublime title, and as you can see, it's still got its plastic on. I will most likely keep the plastic on, you know, until I have a volume 1 and 2, because I don't have volume 1 and 2. So this is a new one being added to my collection, a new series to start. As I've mentioned before, I absolutely love Jackass. I also enjoyed Minori's Hands, or In Minori's Hands, Minori no Te. I really enjoyed that. I read it on Lesson. They put the whole thing up there, and I did not enjoy Fourth Generation Head. It made me feel very uncomfortable. I mean, it was beautiful, it was sexy. The sweetness between the two main couple is sweet, it's lovely, but there's just way too much. Ooh, just too much for me. So I never really felt the overwhelming need to get Jealousy. So I wasn't in the mood for picking up unless I saw it for a really good price. This particular volume was on sale for £6.66, but for some reason I had like a code, a promo code or something for Book Depository, and so I was able to get a bit off, so I ended up getting it for £6.41. And if you're in the UK, you will have noticed that since May last year, the cost of every single manga has gone up by at least £1 full. So before, when they would put 20% off or 25% off, you would be able to get the brand new copy for £6 something, whereas now it's £7 something. So it's very difficult to get the right kind of bargain, or the same kind of bargain that you were getting just 1 year ago for all of the new releases. That goes for things that are around £8.99. They're now £9.99. So instead of getting it for £6 something, you now have to pay £7 something. And that's like the cheapest you can get them, which is, you know, much more so. So if you're buying a lot of manga, then it all adds up. So unfortunately, that goes for pretty much everything. So if something was $11.99, Tokyo Pop, you're now selling their new releases for something like $13.99. And of course, you're wanting some, you know, cheaper bargains and things like that. Anyway, I picked this up because it was £6 something rather than the full price. But that doesn't mean I'm going to read it. Certainly not straight away. Eventually, perhaps. Now I've got another new title and I'm really excited about this one, and that is Teach Me Tutor by Sakira. This is a June manga title, and this was a new one, or at least fairly new. It came out, I think, last May, and I didn't believe them when they said that they were going to sell it through Book Depository or through Amazon. I didn't believe them because I've been stung before. Why would I bother to pre-order something that just never comes, that never gets released? Or if it does get released, you still don't get it from your pre-order from, you know, the biggest seller that there is. Like, what's going on? But as it turned out, everyone else got theirs. And I was like, damn it. The one time that I'm like, no, I don't believe them. I'm not going to. Yeah, it did. So the next time when Tyrant was coming out, I pre-ordered Tyrant through Amazon. And it came the day of release, actually. I was so surprised. But then, of course, Twittering Birds had issues and didn't get released until January. But I think that was across the board. This is another issue with just now, with obviously the panini happening, and everyone buying manga now. In the UK with Brexit as well, things are expensive and there's very few copies making its way in, and some of them aren't BL. It's like more difficult to get hold of things in the UK. If you're looking for Given or Yarichin Bitch Club, my god, you know, it's like I think on Book Depository I checked today, they had Yarichin Bitch Club because they don't have it on Amazon, but they were selling it for £14 or £15, and I'm like, that's not recommended retail price. Why are you marking that up? You're supposed to be a bookseller. You're just supposed to sell it for the price, recommended retail price. I swear, I am about to hit someone about the head. Come on. So, yes. Anyway, Sakira. I was able to get this from Blackwell's. Blackwell's is a UK seller. They have bricks and mortar stores, but they're also an online store as well. And I was able to shop from them a few times. I've actually bought most of the stuff that is fairly new from Blackwell's recently. I am trying to steer my buying away from Amazon and Book Depository and more towards Wordery and Blackwell's, more independently owned books, please. Exactly that as well. You know, I don't want to give my money to Jeff Bezos. I just don't. So the great thing was that Blackwell's have this email me when you've got it kind of thing, and they emailed me 2 or 3 times to say, we've got it in stock. And then they say, actually, we don't anymore. We thought it was going to be in stock, but it's not, sorry. And they did that 2 or 3 times before they finally were like, we have it, we actually have it, and it's on sale. Do you want it? So I managed to pick this up for £9.99, so just shy of £10, which is about 2 or 3 pounds cheaper than it was when it was on pre-order on Amazon. So I actually got a bargain. I'm so pleased. So yeah, will I actually open this and read it straight away though? No, probably not. It'll still be in its plastic for quite a while. I like Sakira's work, but I'm not like overly, oh, I must read it right away. So Teach Me Tutor is good to have in the collection. I feel good, it's the completionist in me, and the newer releases from June Manga I now have in my collection. Now, a few months ago, I picked up Mariko. He had a work, I think it was the Roppongi Night Clinic, volume 1, I think. And I knew that these were available, but I wasn't actually going to go out my way to get them. But then I saw them for quite cheap. They're fairly cheap anyway, even if you're buying them so-called brand new. But these were secondhand, and it's All My Loving and also The Sundered. And All My Loving is about the same size, maybe just slightly slimmer than Roppongi Night Clinic. But The Sundered is really slim. It's like half the thickness of Roppongi Night Clinic. So like a, I want to say novelette. What is it? Novella. I can never remember novella. I always say novelette in my head. Like it's screaming at me, novelette, novelette, novelette. And it's like, no, it's novella. Stop that. Anyway. I still have not read Mariko Hihara's work, but I think may as well. I liked that in one of them, it's got all of her works at the back with images, so I can see what I can buy and which ones I have and which ones I don't have. So I'm very happy to have these. What I'm happy to have is them for the price that I paid. I think one was £3 something, one was £4 something, so they averaged out at £4, and that included shipping as well. So 2 new yaoi novels that are standalone. They don't have any volumes 1, volume 2 kind of thing. They're just on their own, so I can sit and read them, add them to my collection for £4 each, and I think that's not too bad. So I know there's a few Mariko Hihara books that I can try and get hold of. Roppongi Night Clinic volume 2 would probably be a good place to start. But very happy to have some yaoi novels. The next yaoi novel I'll show you, but maybe right at the end, is the best buy though. Like, forget your £4. I overpaid, but still, worth it. So worth it. Now, if you've seen the thumbnail for this manga haul, you will already know that there will be a bit of this in my manga haul today, and that is What Did You Eat Yesterday by Fumi Yoshinaga. But you can see volume 6 and volume 7 in front of you, and that was because back in like January, February time, I started to get a bit worried because I was checking out, I always check out to see if I can get a volume 9. If there was other ones, the ones I don't have for my collection, and I wondered, in my head I was like, oh well, there's loads that I still haven't got from What Did You Eat Yesterday, but actually when I checked my tally sheet, there was only 6 and 7 and 9, and then the newer ones 14 and 15, which is still, you know, a fair chunk. But when I was looking for 6 and 7 on Amazon, Book Depository, all those other places, it did seem as though they were more difficult or they were out of stock. And I thought, you know what, they're going to go the same way as volume 9. I don't want that. I got really worried. So I thought, you know, look for a good place. Who's got them for good prices. You know, even standard price, just buy it. And I have seen them cheaper. I have seen volume 6 and I have seen volume 7 cheaper before, and I didn't pick them up, and now I'm just like, buy them because you want them in the collection, you don't want it to go out of print. So I picked them up to fill that gap in my collection, and I think they were about £8 each, but I mean that's still a really good buy for these volumes, and they're brand new. I got them from Blackwell's as well, so I'm very happy to add them. And of course volume 9 ended up being available because I think, is it Kodansha that took over Vertical? So I think that's what must have happened. There was an injection of cash or something at that point, and of course they hadn't made the announcement at that point when I spotted volume 9 on eBay from a Canadian seller, brand new, for £11. And I was like, you are kidding me. And it was like free shipping as well. It's like £11, free shipping, brand new, volume 9 of What Did You Eat Yesterday? Are you kidding me? I thought this was a scam, but I paid it anyway. I thought, go for it. You never know. So even though I was convinced that I was getting scammed out of £11, I was like, you know, I'll see what happens. And then of course it was at that point in time when I was looking for the volume 6 and 7, and there, lo and behold, Blackwell's had the same one for £8.19. I was like, what? So yeah, What Did You Eat Yesterday volume 9 for £8 as well. I was like, what? So I ordered that as well. So I ended up getting 2 copies because I didn't believe the one on eBay was real. They were. I apologize. I didn't trust them, but thank you for the seller for sending it to me, and Blackwell's as well for sending me brand new copies of volume 9, and that goes a long way to make up for the years and years and years of me thinking, oh, I'm just never gonna get this. So yeah, now I have 2 copies of volume 9. I will read them. I will read them all. It'll have to be a really big, long. It'll be part of my, like one of my months. I'll do a long series read. But that does mean now that I have everything up till volume 14. So I just need to get 14 and 15. So excited. Volume 9 is like holy grail. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. From brand new copies of out of print titles to an out of print title that is actually quite difficult to get hold of, and that is Great Place High School Student Council Volume 2. This is by Naduki Kojima, and with Volume 2 I have a complete set of the 4 volumes of Great Place High School Student Council, including the 5th one, which is actually the original one of just Great Place High School. So I have all the Great Place High Schools. Yay! Complete set! So once again, this is another complete set. This is amazing. I feel so accomplished this month. Such great titles. This is not a great title. This is probably pants because it's Naduki Kojima and I have no respect for her. I probably shouldn't be so rude, but yeah, I am. But I'm just really happy. This is not like a great copy by any stretch of the imagination. There's yellowing, there's like spotting, it's a bit dog-eared, but I did manage to get this for more than I would have liked to pay, obviously, but £9.99, and I got it from Greener Books. So obviously this is very much second hand, but you know, full recommended retail price. This is obviously a June manga title. It's a June manga title for something that was published in 2011. The older ones, the rest of the series, it was much easier to get volume 3 and 4. I got them directly from the June manga website when they first opened. But 1 and 2 were already out of print by then. So they were just selling 3s and 4s. It was like, what? Anyway, I bought them, so I now have the full complete set, because I was able to pick up volume 1. Oh no, this is volume 2, so I was able to pick up volume 1 before, and now this is 2. So this was the only one I needed, and now I have it. Complete set. Very happy. Very happy. Another complete set! Yay! It's really good to be able to check off all of these June manga titles that were published around 2010, 2011. That are so out of print and hard to get and very expensive. This has been up on eBay for like 50 quid. £49, I think it was. And I was like, I ain't paying that. Nah. I think I saw it go down to £16.99 at one point. And I still was like, no, it's Naduki Kojima, it's not worth it. So yeah, £9.99, I was like, just get it. You'll kick yourself if you don't. It's a complete collection. You'll feel much better. You'll be able to breathe a bit, you know, lighter then. So yeah, very happy to have this added to my collection. So I wasn't particularly like overly enthusiastic when I first got this particular volume, BL Fans Love My Brother by Mimu Oyamada, because I didn't actually know anything about it. But almost as soon as I started reading it, I just fell totally in love with it. Oh, it's so good! Now, the very first page I opened up to, it does have a colour insert, but it's not printed on a different type of paper. It's just printed on the same normal paper, but it does give it that nice warm kind of feeling and texture. So I'm quite happy with how it looks and how it feels. It does have a lot of chapters. There's like 8 with an extra one at the end, and it's basically all about Kirika Amano and her shut-in brother, who is Teru, I think his name is, Teruo Amano as well. And Teruo is a mangaka who makes doujinshi based on a particular pairing, and Kirika doesn't really understand what her brother is doing until he asks her to sell his doujinshi at a comic market convention. And and she starts to understand what his life and his world is. And of course, it just opens up to otaku culture. And so this is a comedy that is hilarious if you are also involved in otaku culture. It's very meta, and I fell in love with it. I just love the characters, the drawing is beautiful, really funny. Everything about it just screams your life as an otaku, and my life as an otaku in Japan. The social commentary on this was just too on the nose. It was just too accurate, and I laughed out loud like every couple of pages. Something that was like, you can't do that, because it's so true. So yeah, this has been a really great read. I didn't have any expectations, so I didn't really know what to expect, and I just loved it. I don't know if they're going to have any more, if it's going to be continued, or if it's just as a one-off, and I'd be fine with it just being a one-off, because the character development of both the brother and the sister, and of their relationship, is also something that I loved. So when it came to the end, it had a nice way of ending where you could have more of their story, or you could just leave it as is and enjoy it for what it was, as a single volume. BL fans love my brother. Oh, it's just so good. So good. Cannot get over how fantastic it was. Really enjoyed this one so much. If you are a Fujoshi or a Fudanshi, then yes, you will 100% relate to this. So good. So one of the new purchases that I made in April was BL Metamorphosis, and it's volume 3 by Kaori Tsurutani, and this is 7 Seas, and it's also a Jocelyn Allen translation. So yeah, I don't have volume 1 and 2, but I know the general premise. I know that this is a story about friendship between two seemingly unlikely people, a 17-year-old high school student who works part-time at a bookstore, and an elderly woman. I think she's in her 70s or late 70s, maybe early, I don't know. She's in her 70s anyway. And she stumbles into the bookstore and stumbles across a BL manga, and the two of them end up bonding over that and becoming friends. And it's supposed to be really sweet and cute, and even though I don't have volume 1 and 2, I just went straight in and was like, I'm gonna have a wee quick flick through, and before I knew it, I'd read the whole book, because it is really gentle and easy to read. And although there's a couple of things that I'm like, oh, I don't know what's been happening beforehand, but I can pick up on what's been happening beforehand, and what the relationship is between certain characters, because it's so easy. It's the little sections of their life, and obviously the little manga that they've been reading as well. So there's a bit of like the BL story that they're reading too, and I really like it. It's lovely. It's very easily drawn. The emotions and the feelings of the characters are so well presented through air, through atmosphere, through the feeling. It's just really nice. Just nice all round. It just seems like a sweet story. So yeah, if it's only such a wee small series, I could definitely pick it up. It's a good one. Now, if you watched my wrap-up video for the first 2 weeks of April, I'll put a link up in the corner for my reading wrap-up. I did show at the very end of the video that my Star Collector Volume 2 had arrived. So I actually did 2 mini like unboxings, mini manga hauls this month already. This was obviously Blackwell's purchase, also £8. This was £8.50. Volume 2, so difficult to get hold of in the UK for such a long time. You know, people say, oh, it's so much easier to get Tokyopop stuff. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And with the Yaoi crates, I just assumed that everyone was buying volume 2s because the volume 1 that came with the Yaoi crate meant that everyone had read the first volume and they wanted to read the rest of it. I do think it's available digitally as well, so you can check it out that way. But I'm so happy to have this because I really did enjoy volume 1 and I was so looking forward to getting volume 2. But it did take a while. As I mentioned in that video, I didn't think it was going to take as long as it did to get to me, but it did take a while and I managed to get it in the end. So I'm very happy to get it during the month of April for my buzzword reading for Galaxy terms, which has just been immense. Too many books to read. But yeah, a Star Collector is just gorgeous. It's lovely. It is a German original, so German Tokyopop. I don't need to go through the history, but you guys all know. The German Tokyopop was obviously much better because someone wasn't involved, and the person who was running German Tokyopop was very good at their job. And the two people who wrote this wrote it originally in German language, and it was collated and printed in Germany under the Tokyopop mantle. So very happy that it's made the transition and in such a good way. I do consider it just looks and feels like a manga, and it's very sweet. I like this one a lot. It's a lovely story. Now on to another out of print older title that is hard to get hold of, and that is Right Here Right Now Volume 1 by Soya Himawari. I recently read Midnight Promises by Soya Himawari and I was not impressed. But hopefully Right Here Right Now would be much better. Mainly because it's once again a June manga title, it's part of a set, and this completes the set. I have volume 2, this is volume 1, I'm happy about it. It says on the front $9.99, but I didn't get it for $9.99. Oh no. What did I get it for? $3.99, baby, yeah! Woo! I am like overjoyed. You do not know how long I have been stalking this World of Books entry on eBay. Months of my life checking out to see if it would go down in price. It was on there for £48 something for months, and it made its way all the way down to £13.99 at one point, and I was like, oh, go a wee bit lower. On you go, just go a wee bit lower, just a wee bit. And then it shot back up to £48, and I was like, you are kidding me? And it stayed at £48 for months and months, and I was like, oh, I should have bought it at £13. So when I saw that it was down at $3.99, I was like, yes, buy. I mean, I smashed that buy button. I smashed it. So I didn't really care if it was a good copy or not. But this is actually a pretty good copy. I'm very happy with it. It's in really good nick for second hand. World of Books, sometimes it's hit and miss. Once again, this is August 2010. What would you know? And it's, I don't know, it's hopefully going to be good. Like I said, Soya Himawari. Hit and miss sometimes, I think. But yeah, really nice to have another series complete, volume 1 and 2. Oh, June manga, so hard to get some of these, but man, $3.99, you cannot get any better than that. For a collector who's like, I'll let you in on a wee thing. So after a while, I'd already bought volume 2 and I was searching around for volume 1, and someone put volume 1 and 2 together up, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll be cheeky and put in an offer. And she'd put the price, and it was like 20 something pounds, and I was like, well, that's basically, it's like over £10 for each volume. So, and I already have a volume 2, maybe I'll be cheeky and just put in a wee order for like, oh, would you take £18 for it? Or I don't know, it was like 16 or 18 or 17, I don't know, it was around that, much more so than I really wanted to pay. because I already had a volume 2. Anyway, she was like, no, it's worth 20 something pounds. And I was like, okay. Scuttled away, like, too much social interaction. So when I was able to get this for $3.99, I was like, yep. I was able to get both of them for less than the price that you were going to offer it. So I felt like I was justified. But I probably wasn't. I still think it's probably worth that. I don't know. I'm going to read it. But now that I've read some Soya Himawari, yeah, not worth it. It's not $3.99. Yeah, that's the price it should be. That's a bit rude of me, but probably true, probably accurate. Now, considering how much of a bargain I got right here, right now for this Silver Diamond Volume 2, Master and Servant, seemed like an okay deal, not a great deal, because I have seen Volume 2 for £6 something before. And they did say in the advert that it was very good quality, but when it arrived, it was not very good. I'm actually quite disappointed that I paid $5.99 for this, which doesn't seem like a huge amount, but it's got stickers on it. It's got a big sticker at the back, which looks like someone's tried to start peeling it away and decided not to. It's got a huge dink on the spine. It's yellowed pages, and then what's even worse, and I'm so annoyed about this, it seems like it's like my overreaction, they stuck this book bandage on the front that says pesky price sticker underneath, but the sticker that's the book bandage is too sticky. Why would you do that? Like, I can feel and see the sticker underneath is a square one. Is it that someone stuck it and they've tried to peel it off and it's ripped the front cover, so they've stuck this bandage on top like a sticker? Is that what that is? Because if that's the case, then it's not very good quality and you shouldn't be selling it for very good. If they'd said this was acceptable, I still might have bought it, but I would have at least been prepared for something that had stickers on or markings, that kind of thing. Because if I try to take off this book bandage sticker from the top, because it sticks out as well, it's not even properly put on, I'm so annoyed. It will rip the actual front cover. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with it. So I'll probably put it in my collection and hope that at some point in time in the future, you know, years in the future, I will find a volume 2 that is in better quality or better condition, and I will purchase that. Hopefully for not too much more than $5.99, and then I will sell this or give it away because it's not in terrible condition. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I really love, you know, Shiho Sugiura's work, but this is in a worse condition than very good World of Books. You liars. Thank you for all the other bargains that you give me all the time. Please don't stop giving me bargains. But be accurate, please. Because there's nothing worse than having higher expectations and having them dashed. I mean, I know I should learn this by the age that I am, which is old. Just don't have any expectations about anything in life, and then you won't be disappointed. Because as soon as you have an expectation, you're going to be disappointed. And that sounds very defeatist, but in my old years that I have lived, I have found that is accurate. So yeah, Silver Diamond, Volume 2. But the next one, I've saved the best to last. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's too good. Let's just get into it. So this is my major surprise, this is my major purchase, this is my expensive purchase, but also my, oh my god, I can't believe I own this purchase. Along with Volume 9 of What Did You Eat Yesterday? Along with Close the Last Door Volume 2. I'm in awe of this Mangahaul. As a BL manga collector or BL fan, this is incredible. The day that I have this in my own collection. The Lonely Egotist. This is written by Hikaru Masaki and of course illustrated by Minase Masara. Oh my god, I cannot believe I have this. This is a June manga yaoi novel. I only have a few that that have been published that I don't own, and I think if I'm correct, I think I now have, because I've been able to pick up some of the other ones, like Love Water, for example, or the Prince and the Aristocrat. I think I was able to pick up quite a few, and the only ones I don't have is Ai no Kusabi, and of course, Volume 4 of Only the Ring from Your Nose. If you want to get The Lonely Egotist, second hand, of course, you can pay for a print edition about £95 on Amazon just now. I think you can pick it up for over $195 on eBay. Yeah. So yeah, good luck getting it. In the same way that I would consider myself, wow, good luck getting that. And I did overpay. I'm gonna be honest, there is very few times when I'm like, yeah, okay, go for it. And I have to say that my mother is at fault. She totally was like, yeah, go for it. I was like, oh, I found this this volume and I really want it, but it's like £45 and it's usually 100, but it's only £45, and I'm like, no, I can't afford that. How many volumes of manga is £45? A lot, because if I, paid £6 or £7 per volume, or even £10, that's still more manga for my money, and I'm all about the bargains. And she was like, oh, that's a shame. But she had just bought like 2 books for over that. And she was like, yeah, but I like the books. And I'm like, yeah, I like the books too. We had this huge big spiel about it. And then about a week later, she was like, oh, did you decide to buy it? And I was like, no, I didn't. But while I had the computer on my lap while I was chatting to her, I checked to see if it had gone up or down in price. And it had gone down in price. And I was like, oh God, it's gone down. And she was like, buy it, just buy it. Just give yourself the gift. And I was like, no, it's nowhere near my birthday. I will resist. Anyway, I didn't resist. It went down and down and down until it was in the 20s. And so I think it was 25 or 26 or something like that. And then, of course, postage and packaging put it up to. But I got it for less than £30. I think it was 20, maybe 27, something like that. So, much more so than I ever want to pay for anything. But I could not resist getting The Lonely Egotist. And I bet it's terrible. But it's just so nice to have it in the collection. To be able to get just that little step closer to completion. And this is just a standalone volume, so I can read this and enjoy it. It's not like it's part of the series. It's just on its own one shot, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. I know it's going to be good. It's going to be terrible. I'm reading the back of it thinking, oh, this sounds like trash. Oh, so good. So yeah, The Lonely Egotist. Woo! Was like, seriously, I bought it, I think this must have been end of February or something like that, when I was getting, and my mum was like, just get it for your birthday, and I was like, it's months away. But I had to get it, I had to. So yeah, wow, what an amazing month. What an amazing month. So that is everything that I managed to get for the month of April. There were 17 volumes, so I got 10 more than I should have. All My Loving and the Sundered by Mariko Hihara, which are yaoi novels. Then, of course, Great Place High School, Naduki Kojima, What Did You Eat Yesterday? 2 volumes of Volume 9 and Volume 6 and Volume 7, which helps to fill in the big gap in the middle of my collection. Then, of course, BL Metamorphosis, which was just sweet and lovely and wonderful, by Kaori Tsurutani. The wonderful Star Collector Volume 2, which helped add the next volume to the collection. This is by Anna B. and Sophie Schonhammer. Silver Diamond, which was probably the biggest disappointment. that I got this month, volume 2. Then, of course, the other new title, which is BL Fans Love My Brother by Mimu Oyamada, which was an absolute delight. And basically, like the Fuji's song Killing Me Softly, with his song, it's like my life. I loved it so much. Then, of course, there is Teach Me Tutor by Sakira, which I will read eventually at some point. Right Here, Right Now, Volume 1, which completes that series. Soya Himawari. Then Jealousy by Scarlet Berko, Volume 3, which starts a new series as well. Then A Fallen Saint's Kiss, Yo Higashino. Higashino? Yes. And the surprise is I already have that. Then, of course, Yamada Yugi's amazing Close the Last Door Volume 2, which is just like, whoa! And another whoa to The Lonely Egotist, Hikaru Masaki and Minase Masara. Oh, my goodness. What a month of buying. It wasn't actually, because as I said, I got a couple of things probably in February and a few things in March, and they took their time coming. Blackwell's do some good bargains. They do. It's not always as expensive as other places. It's not always as cheap as other places. You can sometimes get things on sale. They don't always have everything, but I'm just happy to be buying from them instead of Amazon. They do take a bit longer to get to me though. It's not like next day delivery. But they usually do free shipping, so that's nice. So shout out to Blackwell's if you want to and you're in the UK, maybe shop from them. So yeah, I got quite a few things in this pile from Blackwell's. Some out of print titles as well. Some pros. It's such a good month. Such a good, well-rounded month. And it does mean that I'm less inclined to want to buy or spend money in May. May is my birthday month, so maybe I'll get something. I know that I might be getting something soon. That's actually a gift from Christmas that wasn't able to make it to me over Christmas because we had our huge big lockdown. So I might be able to get a volume that I wasn't able to get then, even though I got some fantastic gifts at Christmas. And I have said to people they don't need to buy me male romance and boys love stuff for my birthday. They don't need to. They can get me like face cream and stuff instead. So I've been a bit good about that. But if they want to, on you go, please do. So yeah, I'm gonna try and rein in and not spend anything. But as usual, if I see a bargain, I'm gonna get it. But the Lonely Egotist, even though it was, you know, the most expensive thing I think I've bought ever, it was still what I consider in my head a bargain because it wasn't £100. So what a strange month for buying things. Now, have you tried to get any of these? Are you interested in any of these? What's your thoughts? Have you got any of these? Have you got volume 9? Or what did you yesterday? Did you get one when they must have reprinted them? If you haven't, go out and try and get one now. They must be available. So yeah, it's like a PSA, public safety announcement. Go buy now. Yes, I think there's some good titles in here. If you have read any of them and you'd like to share your thoughts, please share them in the comments down below. I would love to read them. Let me know what you think. As usual, I make videos on male romance, boys love, yaoi, and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to, subscribe, up to you. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of this video. It's going to be so long. I'm just such a chatty Betty. Anyway, remember, every day is a BL day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.